everyone, so today I have a very highly requested video for you, so it's going to be quite a chatty, very talkative video, that's the word. And I actually asked a few weeks back if you would like to see this, and a lot of you said yes. So it's going to be all about my hair, my routine, styling, products, all sorts of things like that. So I'm basically going to sit here and talk at you all about my hair for the next half an hour. So my general routine at the moment is a lot simpler than it used to be. I used to be all about the different hair products, just throw pretty much anything I could get my hands on and hope for the best, and just using way too many things. So I've really stripped it back. I've kept it quite simple and just down to the minimal things that I know work for me. So starting off with probably my #1 holy grail hair product out there. This is so important, and it's the wet brush. And I was a Tangle Teezer girl through and through for a long time, and then I came across this and it's just life-changing. If you thought the Tangle Teezer was life-changing for you, you haven't tried this. It is amazing. It has a lot longer bristles than the Tangle Teezer. The Tangle Teezer reminds me more of a horse brush. Sounds very weird, I know, but kind of you have to really work at it and really kind of stroke your hair, whereas this, it just gets through all the knots, all the tangles, but it doesn't damage your hair whatsoever. It's really gentle, you can barely feel it going through, which is amazing. I generally only really brush my hair through properly when I'm about to wash it, so every 2 to 3 days, but this just takes, I'd say, under a minute to brush my hair, whereas before it was a good 5 or 6 minutes before I could even start to think about washing it. So this is an absolute lifesaver and I couldn't be without it. Now before I start on products, I should probably talk a little bit about my hair type. And I have a lot of hair. There is a lot of hair there, but it's not particularly thick. I'd say it's even more on the fine side. So although I have a lot of it, it can be very flat and very lifeless looking. So volume is something that I really struggle with. I have quite an odd combination of quite oily roots and then very dry and brittle ends, and I think that's probably down to me dyeing my hair and it being a little bit over processed and probably using a bit too much heat than I should. So I try to wash it every 2 to 3 days, or I need to wash it because of the greasiness at the roots, but then I like to use something that's still quite moisturising and hydrating for the ends of my hair. A lot of people do ask me what sort of style I ask for at the hairdressers, and to be honest, I tend to at the moment just let my hairdresser get on with it and do what he feels is necessary, but it's generally a kind of blunt cut with longer layers, and then I have some face framing bits at the top here. I tend to get my fringe kind of shaped in so that it's a little bit more flattering on my face. At the moment I have a few lighter pieces through it as well. I have some balayage highlights, I think that's what they're called, which is basically a type of ombre, but it's a lot more subtle and more natural looking, and it's basically where your hairdresser picks up pieces of hair and just randomly starts painting bleach on it, which can be a slightly scary process, but it turns out to be a lot more sort of sun-kissed and natural looking once it's done. So the shampoo and conditioner combo that I've been sticking to pretty much religiously recently are the Joico Body Luxe range, and anything that promises a bit of extra volume, a bit more body in my hair, and I'm there. A lot of the volumizing shampoo and conditioners out there do tend to leave your hair feeling a bit gritty and sticky, and they just bulk it up with excess product to add the volume, but I like my hair to feel very clean and very clarified when I've washed it, so I tend to stay away from those. These two though just leave my hair feeling very bouncy and weightless and light, but they are still quite moisturising. The conditioner, especially, which one's the conditioner? This one is very nourishing, very hydrating. It leaves my hair feeling very soft and smooth, and yet it doesn't weigh it down with any excess moisture or too much product, so these are a winner for me. Occasionally though I will use a brightening shampoo on my hair just to take away any kind of brassy orangey tones in it, and the one I use is the L'Oreal Silver Shampoo. Now this stuff is a purple based shampoo. I don't want to spill this all over my bed, but it is very bright. It comes out very pigmented, and it just sort of helps to correct the orangey colours that can come in your hair when you have a bit more blonde in it. It doesn't do anything dramatic like leave a lilac tinge in my hair, it just helps to balance everything out. The one thing though with this is very drying, so when I do use this, which is probably maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, I do like to balance it out with a moisturising mask. The one I use is the Keratin Restore Luxe Oil Mask from Wella SP, and this range just has the most beautiful smelling products. I know you shouldn't pick a product for its smell, but this stuff is just amazing. It's like vanilla-y, musky goodness. It is probably the most hydrating thing I've ever come across for my hair though. It just makes it feel so nourished and so enriched with just heaps of moisture, and almost like it's my hair back to normal again. If there's anything wrong with it, if it's dry, if it's brittle, if it's just not right, this just makes it back to how it should be. It's amazing. Also from that range I use the oil. This is the Wella SP Luxe Oil, and again it's just really softening, very moisturising and nourishing, and I like to put this on the ends of my hair every time I wash it, so when it's wet I just put a little bit through just to kind of keep a lot of protection protection in there. This one smells amazing as well, and to be honest I'll probably end up converting to the entire Luxe Oil range one day because it just smells so good. So shampoo, conditioner, treatments out of the way and on to styling. And I have very naturally straight hair. It doesn't have any volume, it's just completely kind of poker straight. It maybe has a slight kink to it if I let it dry naturally, but it generally tends to be just very flat and very boring. And I feel as if I've been searching for the perfect laid back, loose wave, beachy wave styling tool for the whole of my life, and I may have just come across the perfect thing. This is the GHD Curve waving wand, and when I heard GHD were bringing out curlers for the first time I was amazed, really excited, knew I wanted to try them, and I'm so glad I picked this one up. It's completely different from any waving wand I've ever seen. It's almost like it's a normal round barrel that's been squished down, so it's kind of like an oval shape. I really like the actual finish of the wand. It's this kind of matte black texture. It's not slippy or shiny like most curling ones tend to be, and I find that holds my hair on them a lot better, so I can curl it and it doesn't slip around or slide off. These have a really cool sound when they turn on. Ooh. So when I use this to curl my hair, I'll just section everything into two. So I'll take up the top half and my fringy bits, and then I'll comb through the bottom and then start curling it. I generally take quite large sections because I find that just makes the whole process a lot quicker, and I just wrap it around the wand. I tend to start with the smaller bit of the barrel pointing towards me, and I'll try and hold the whole barrel down as well, and I find that gives a nice shape to the hair. These tools really distribute heat very evenly, so they heat up the curls really well, really quickly, and it just makes the whole process a lot faster, so you're not holding your hair on there for too long. So I tend to leave the curl wrapped around for a couple of seconds and then just let it drop, and the curl is so pretty. It's kind of in between a wave and a curl. It's not ringlety at all, but it has this really nice soft kind of S curve to it, which I really, really like. So I just carry on curling the bottom sections, then move on to the top and do exactly the same thing. And when it comes to the front portions of my hair, so where my kind of fringy bits would be, I wrap the hair slightly tighter around the wand and I get a more tight looking curl, and that way I find it just flicks out and looks kind of more flattering around my face. I actually timed myself while I was filming this, and it took me about 8 minutes I think in total to curl all of my hair, so really, really quick. So once everything's curled and I've let it cool down for a few minutes, I'll then add a little bit of teasing into my roots. And like I said, my hair is just a no volume zone. It just wants to be flat and permanently stuck to my head, so I use a teasing comb, a teasing brush, and just put a little bit of volume back into the roots. To finish everything off, I'll use a styling product, and back in the day I probably would have reached for about 5 or 6 different things. I was all about the styling products, probably put way too much on my hair, but now there's really only one thing I like to use, and that's a dry texturizing spray. And there's quite a few that I like. There's the Oribe dry texturizing spray, the Oribe Apres beach spray. I also really love the Bumble Cityswept, but at the moment the only thing I've been reaching for is the Bumble thickening Dryspun finish. This is the original Dryspun finish spray. I think it's the first one I ever tried, and I've gone back to it. I really do like it. It's a very mattifying, very bouncy, very volumizing spray. It's almost somewhere between a dry shampoo and then a thickening spray, so it just gives your hair a bit of bounce, a bit of volume, and a bit of texture and workability, so you kind of get a bit of second day hair with this. But on the first day, which is the kind of hair that I love. I don't really like my hair to look like I spent ages on it and that I've curled it and, you know, really gone to town on it, even though it doesn't take long at all. So I like to really work this in, really kind of scrunch up my hair and mess it up and just make it look very beachy, very wavy and very natural looking. So this is a great product for that. The only other product that I use after that is a dry shampoo. So the next day or the day after, when my hair's feeling a bit greasy and in need of a wash, I use the COLAB Sheer Invisible Dry Shampoo in New York. This stuff smells amazing. It's very fruity and very fresh, which is quite different from any dry shampoos that I've tried in the past. It's just a really nice light scent, and the formula of this is brilliant as well. It really does absorb a lot of oil and a lot of grease in my hair, and it really is an invisible formula, so there's no white patches, no kind of telltale grey signs in your hair that you've been using a dry shampoo. So definitely a winner for me, this one. So that's it for my styling routine, hair, products chat video. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Let me know if you did, and I will see you all soon. Bye!